There's so many cool things you could do with an alien power. Controlling a face hugger. Alien has an alternate win condition where he's trying to infect everybody, make a chest burster come out of them instead of hooking people. So many cool things you could do with the character. Behavior's version of the character is probably just going to be, oh, I can dash a little bit, and then I can hit you with my tail. If you get really lucky, maybe you'll get acid blood corroding the pallets. Maybe, if you're really lucky. That's what Behavior's gonna do. No creativity, nothing cool. The character should be alternative win condition. You can control face huggers, throw them around the map, plant them. There should be like 4 of them on the map. You can control interchangeably with the Xenomorph. A lot of cool stuff you could be able to do. And like the alien should be able to crawl along the walls with 0 terror radius at like 140 movement speed. Crawl along everything, slipping through the windows. Like there's so many cool things you could be able to do with the character. What's Behavior gonna do? Again, Behavior's version of the character is gonna be, he's gonna be able to move really fast, you guys! He's gonna be able to and then zoom really fast, and then he's going to be able to hit you with his tail over pallets. That's what Behavior's going to do. And it's going to be D-tier trash. That's what they're going to do.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Rosie here, and I play Dead by Daylight so you don't have to. Well, boys! Who's the prophet? Huh? Who's a prophet? Who predicts the future around here? Is it Wage? No, it's not Wage. It's not survival horror entertainment. It's not Otofu. It's not Otofu, bro. You guys know better. It's not Otofu. It's not Scott Jund. You guys know it's not Scott Jund. It's not Oates Vara. It's not True Talent. You guys know who it is. Who's the only person that can tell you what they're gonna do? Me. Right, me. So, Alien PTB today, gentlemen. Excellent stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent. Truly amazing content from Behavior Interactive, as always. Like, well, what? Do you guys think this power was going to be uninspired shit? I told you it's going to be shit, right? I told you it's going to be shit. Alrighty. Let's take a look. Let's see what the shit is. Oh, wait, no, there's things that aren't shit in here. I bet you already know what they are. Oh, come on. You guys have been watching all know this Dead by Daylight horse crap by now. What's the only good thing to come out of the chapter, bro? What's the only role that was granted something usable in this chapter? Yeah, Survivors got 2 new good perks. Of course they did. Of course they did. Yeah, they got 2 top 20 options in the game. Good shit, as always, from Behavior Interactive. Alright, let's check it out. So, posted in my Discord today. Let's go ahead and start with fucking missed opportunity. Xenomorph. So, do you control a facehugger? No. Do you have an egg? Like, do you start the map with eggs around the map that hatch into facehuggers over time? Maybe upon the completion of 2 gens, and some eggs hatch, and you get some facehuggers that fucking jump around the map and can infect survivors. You know, anything cool? You know, maybe on their face, you hook them with a facehugger on their face, and then they get impregnated or something, and then they got a death timer where they got to go, like, I don't know, fucking remove it somehow, or maybe their teammate has to extract it from them. Anything cool like that? No. Yo, what'd you guys get here? You got zoom really fast through underground tunnels, and you got hit them with tail. That's what you get. You get tail whip from Pokemans. Their defense stage fell by 1. Good stuff, bro. You get tail whip from Pokemon. Told ya. What you got? What? Were you guys expecting something else? And then you read Wage's huge killer concept on his channel. I read Wage's alien killer concept on Survival Horror Entertainment YouTube channel, bro. Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. I knew as soon as I read that wasn't happening. Yeah, He's probably gonna have it. Nothing he said was gonna happen there. 0, of course. Like, this is Behavior, guys. You're not getting anything good. You're getting wretched trash. Okay? Take a concept and say, what's the worst thing they could possibly fucking do? What is the most generic, most non-creative thing they could possibly do with this license? That's what it is. It's barely alien. You wouldn't even know it's alien. If it could be some random generic monster. At least in the Resident Evil characters, they have the T-virus sample. They incorporated that into the gameplay. This is nothing. There's not one aspect of the license that they actually used here in the gameplay. Zero. Not one. Myers, he stalks and looks at you. Freddy, you got to go into the dream world, right? Pig, you got the bear traps. There is nothing here with the license that they actually use. Okay, I guess the only argument you have are the fucking turrets. I guess that's the only fucking argument that you have. But it's like, that's just so it's generic. It's generic. It's just some flame-belching gun. You can't recognize this shit as Alien. What, because they have fire and aliens? They have flamethrowers that shoot them? This is supposed to be Alien? This is what you did? This is what you did. No face huggers anywhere. No, like, dead alien bodies. Nothing like all over the map. Nothing cool like that. No, just... Okay. Trash. So, like, I don't know what... I honestly don't know what y'all were expecting. Like... This is trash, guys. Alright, that being said that the chapter is somehow found a way to still let me down, let's go ahead and actually take an objective look at what they shat out here. Okay? Now, before y'all are getting crazy, this killer is not going to be the worst character in the game. He's got too much range and too much speed for that. He's not going to be the worst thing in the game. Based on the kit, it's absolutely impossible that this is going to be a D-tier trash shit character. Unless the turrets are just really that bad. But... we'll get into it in a second, bro. We'll get into the turrets in a second. Unless this turret shit is really that fucking bad. But, let's read what these assholes shat out. 1, 2. Killer power, hidden pursuit. Series of tunnels becomes available on the map when the Xenomorph is in play. By accessing a control station, it can enter these tunnels to quickly move around the map, detect the presence of nearby survivors. You get a killer instinct there. It's not very long. And speed up the cooldown time of runner mode ability. Exiting a control station tags nearby survivors with killer instinct. Oh, there you go. Runner mode. Xenomorph enters runner mode automatically when it's not on cooldown. Okay, that's great. So you can't just decide when to get it. That's great. In runner mode, the Xenomorph walks on 4 legs and becomes stealthier, reducing its tear radius. That's not undetectable. Gross. Great. Another thing you had to do here was undetectable. These things are stealthy motherfuckers. These things are stealthy motherfuckers. You needed undetectable status effect here. But no, reduced tear radius. Sure, what is it? Like 20 meters or some shit? Like garbage. Garbage. While in runner mode, the Xenomorph has access to a brutal tail attack. Whoa. Do you guys think that tail attack can hit during a vault animation? Over a pallet? When they're sliding over a pallet, do you think the tail can hit them? Oh, y'all some fucking comedians, man. No, it can't. If they're vaulting over a pallet, it can't hit them. I just thought I'd say that now before, I fucking, forgot about it, you know? I mean, so there you go with that. Map feature control stations. 7 control stations are scattered across the map. Survivors can interact with these stations to get a remote flame turret, while the Xenomorph can enter and exit tunnels underneath the control stations. Special item, remote flame turret. Let's go to the next thing. Turrets can be placed in the map to counteract Xeno. When the Xeno enters the radius of a line of sight of a turret, the turret attacks. It belches flames. This attack staggers the Xeno and will cause runner mode to end. If a turret successfully knocks the Xeno out of runner mode or fires too long, it overheats. It must be repaired by the survivor. Xenomorph can attack turrets to destroy it. As you can see, A-Cube is laughing his ass off at this fucking shit. Do you blame him? The survivors can literally shoot at you now. Awesome. So basically, what this really means is that you get like a stagger. I can't really tell how bad that is. I'll have to see that play out just a little bit more before I make a judgment call on it. But the real bad thing here is that you're fucking getting knocked out of your tail mode. That's going to then go on cooldown. That's the really shit thing here. You can attack these things with your tail to destroy them. I saw True do that. You can attack, so you can technically outrange the turret and destroy it. But you'll basically, what the result of that is, you'll get a whiffed attack and the survivor gets distance. That's what happens when you do that. So that's the killer's power. Run really fast through tunnels, hit people with tail, don't stay in tail mode, knock them out of it. One other thing that's kind of wretched filth here is when you're in tail mode and you hook a survivor, it puts tail mode on cooldown. Ridiculous. Tail mode should not go on cooldown when a hook happens. what are you doing? What are you doing, behavior? You want us to slug or something? Slugging's already getting better. It has a better place in the metagame than it ever did. Like, I'm telling you, when this character gets his first down, his first play is to not fucking hook a survivor. He needs to keep his pressure up. He needs to go right back into a tunnel or whatever the fuck, or if he even can do that. But like, he needs to fucking hit the map and keep pressuring it with his speed. His speed. That being said, the survivors in chase with these turrets it looks really obnoxious to play against, honestly. I know, right? I'm going to start using y'all language against you. If they have a turret by a pallet, you just straight up, like, can't do anything at that pallet because you're going to get knocked out of tail mode. It's just a free fucking escape, pretty much. Free transition. And if they like, you can't lose your tail mode or your 115 trash. So, there you go on that. Your basic M1 filth without tail. So, that's what the turrets do. They basically stagger you for a second and turn you into M1 trash. And then you get the survivor gets a free, you have to hit the turret, it's a whiff, and it blows up. That's the whole power, guys. Wow. Really on the edge of my seat there. Fucking 7 years of waiting for this license, and that's what you get. Tail whip and turrets. And tunnels. That are just fucking rip-off Demogorgon fucking portals. And they're technically worse, because Demo can place them. I guess that technically makes his early game better than Demogorgons, technically. But I don't know about this shit, dude. The tail needs line of sight. The closest thing I can compare it to is Nemeshit's tentacle. Good start right there. Good start right there. It looks longer than it is. People be saying the range is ridiculous. No, the animation just makes it look kind of silly. It's not actually as big as it looks, from what I understand. He looks like generic mid-tier trash. Honestly, like he looks like generic mid-tier trash. But I say mid-tier trash, but like he could be a keystone. But it's like my biggest complaint with this is how uninspired this garbage is. Like, did you it's just so uninspired garbage. It's horrible. It's just so uncreative, so uninspired. It's the fucking lamest thing you could have done here. Whack over pallet with tail. Good stuff, behavior. How long it take you to come up with that in the design room? How long did that take you guys? Why not do something inventive here, bro? Like, why the fuck not? I mean, then I see trash hilarity, and then I say, wait, don't do something inventive. Holy fuck, that was a fucking shit show, too. So it's like, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You don't have the innovation and talent to pull off something cool, but if you don't do something cool, it's just uninspired trash. Like, I feel bad for you, honestly. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. So that's the killer. Some people be saying he's strong, some people saying he's weak. It comes down to the turrets, honestly. That's what it comes down to. What are these things gonna fucking do? How much of a bitch are they gonna be to counterplay? If they're gonna be easy and they don't do much for him, if they don't do as much for the survivor, he's gonna be able to fucking move around a little bit, and you know. I think the more turrets you can destroy while not in chase, the better. Because you don't want them coming up in chase. They're like reverse Freddy snares. Like, you don't want them coming up in chase. That's the least time you want to see them. If you're patrolling and you see one, you can get rid of it, and then maybe that'll help your 1v4 pressure a little bit. Help your ability to find some survivors. Like, they might put them by gens and shit. I don't know. I still think 4-Man Swift's going to eat this character alive, and then their main fucking win condition, 4-Man Swift, their main goal is they're going to try to take a turret to the fucking gate. Like, they're going to want to open a gate and then drag a turret in there. Like, the survivors are, like, horribly slowed when carrying a turret, at least, so they can't fucking kite you with a turret and then put it down mid-chase, and then, like, they can't do that, at least. So that's something that you have. They have to kind of pre-place them, it looks like. But it's like, it doesn't take a long time to place them. But again, Swift's gonna bully the character. They're gonna enjoy watching his ass get set on fire. That's just something that they're gonna enjoy doing. Like, Swift is gonna try to take a turret to the gate, teabag you as it shoots you on their way out. That's what they're gonna be trying to do here. Like, that, it's very sad when I can already tell you what Swift's gonna try to do to this character. Like, that's what they're going to try to do. Swift is looking at this going, how can we get that fucking turret to the gate? I promise. Like, they're laughing at this shit. Very uninspired trash. The map looks, honestly, it looks confusing. It's a weird space map again. That being said, it doesn't look nearly as bad as some of the other ones. It doesn't look nearly as bad as the Trash Hilarity map, which looked unplayable even in PTB. And it doesn't look nearly as bad as Knight's map either. So it's like they're doing something okay here, kind of, sort of. Like, maybe we'll play on it and it'll still be a shit show and I'll laugh at that I said it didn't look too bad. But from what I've seen, it's not, like, there's a lot of line of sight. There's not as much line of sight blockers. Finally, they fucking eased up on that fucking shit. So, it certainly still looks a little confusing to navigate, but we'll see. It's probably, I'm probably not gonna like it, but maybe it'll be slightly more playable. Who the fuck knows? That being said, let's transfer over to Xeno's add-ons, because we got him here. Oh wait, no, we got the perks first. Okay, let's go over his perks, guys. Oh goodness, do you guys think these perks are good? I'll give you a guess. Do you guys think these perks are good? No! These perks are trash. Of course they are. Ultimate weapon. Starting off with what's probably his best one. When you open a locker, perk activates for 30 seconds. Survivors entering your terror radius scream, reveal their position, and gain blindness for 30 seconds. Okay, the blindness is absolute filth. And I was at work, so when I was able to skim this perk on my lunch, very briefly skim it, I thought it was just blindness for 30 seconds with a 30-second cooldown. Like, that's what I thought it was. So, thankfully, it's not that. You get a little scream bubble. Some killers can use this. Wesker is the one who I'm thinking of in particular. You basically either slug or hook, and then you open a locker and then move forward, right? It could be it's like a barbecue kind of thing that doesn't really get distortioned. So that's something. It's probably actually better than barbecue because of distortion. Now that I think about it, like there's something you can do with it, I suppose. And it'll be interesting. I don't know if the killer retains his terror radius if Xeno retains his terror radius as he is under a tunnel. So, like, maybe if you're crawling through a tunnel, this might be able to do something for him specifically. I don't fucking know. But, big terror radius, the better. Don't combo this with distressing. Distressing is a bad perk. Please don't do that. You'll make Rosie sad if you bring distressing. So, just the fact that you get some notifications, you can use this for hooking or slugging. It has multi-purpose function. You can even camp with it, because you can, hook somebody next to a locker, and then you can, just wait out 30 seconds, and you'll see when people are coming in. So it has camping utility, it has slugging utility, and it has momentum utility. So this right here is definitely the best perk of the chapter for the killers. It's not great, but compared to some of the shit you've been getting, it's certainly more usable than that. Next, rapid brutality. This is I can't say is his worst perk as much as I want to. The third one is objectively worse. But this is not good, guys. This isn't good. This perk is bad. Read it. Hitting a survivor with a basic attack gives you 5% haste for 10 seconds. And, you're sitting there scratching your head going, what? But the best part is, look at the best part. You can no longer gain bloodlust. Okay. Who's this perk for, is my first question. You can no longer gain bloodlust. Okay, so no Myers. Myers is out, Ghostface is out, Trapper's out, Wraith is out, and Pig is out, Freddy's out. Who are they? Well, these killers that, are M1, so, Skull Merchant's out, she doesn't need the extra haste. A lot of these killers that are pure M1 would rather have the Bloodlust. Especially would rather have the Bloodlust. Bloodlust is better than it's ever been right now. It's much more reliable and consistent ever since they touched it up. I think in the base kit changes from a couple years ago. Last year? Was last year? Not a couple years ago. Last year. Ever since they touched it up a little bit, it's better than it's ever been. You don't want to give Bloodlust up right now. Especially when your name is Xenomorph and your win condition seems to be whacking them at window vaults, which you can't hit them through windows, by the way. It's just the pallet vaults you can't hit. I'm serious. You can't hit it. Your tail slides right off them. You can't hit them. The tail collides with the survivor's body, and it can't hit them. What the actual fuck is that? But anyway, you can still technically, time it and then wait till they get over the pallet to that hit them, so you can still do it. It's just dumb. It's an unnecessary limitation. But anyway. So any killer that, 10 seconds, bro, that's what you're doing? Okay. So, then there's the killers that straight up don't need the haste, that also don't need bloodlust. So the top characters in the game, like a Wesker, the Artist, Nurse Blight, Spirit, all the better characters in the game, they straight up don't need bloodlust, but they also don't need the haste. Like, bloodlust is inherently haste. Like, that's what bloodlust is. So if you don't, like, if you're getting the haste, but it's like, the Spirit's not going to need that. Blight doesn't need it. Nurse doesn't need it. So, like, the top characters excluded. Any character that, like who's going to use this? Who looks at this perk and goes, I'm going to use this? And then the length of, because of the bloodlust reason alone. Like, that's a really stonky win condition. That's a super stonky condition to give up bloodlust to get this perk. And then, well, the best part is, what's it do? 5% haste for 10 seconds. Did anybody forget about the fucking 2.6 second cooldown animation that you have when you hit it? So it's like 7 seconds. You have like a 3-second blade wipe animation. So you're sitting there trapped, losing line of sight because behavior thankfully added the changes they said they were reverting. And the cheat, they added the forced camera movement that they said they weren't going to add. I mean, to be fair to behavior there, the killer players were just making shit up so you wouldn't put no more nerfs in the game. Like, there was no motion sickness happening, I promise. So they went ahead and put the fucking forced movement in the game anyway, right? During your 3-second blade wipe animation. So, okay. So, 7 seconds of haste for 5 seconds that you get. And they get a speed boost. And then they're going to make something. And then they're going to pre-drop. And then what? Like, this isn't doing anything, bro. This isn't going to do anything. But then it's like, of course, the argument you get hit with is like some killers like Clown, Freddy, and Doctor, they might be able to use it because they like throw shit. But it's like, you still have to catch up. Holding W just still completely fucking shreks it. It just still completely shreks it. And then, here's the best part. So the perk is useless by itself. And then, here's the best part. Here's the best fucking part. If you run Rapid Brutality, bro, with Save the Best for Last, bro, it's actually really good, bro. Oh, okay. So if you pair Rapid Brutality with Save the Best for Last, you can actually get some use out of it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I, as your top Save the Best for Last enthusiast, am going to tell you that this doesn't make Rapid Brutality good, and it doesn't even really make the combo good. It makes Save the Best for Last good. Save the Best for Last is capable of downing the survivor in 95% plus of situations anyway by itself. Very rarely will Rapid Brutality help you get it down that Save couldn't get. Especially on a killer like Xeno here, who's going to have extended range. Who can do fucking M1 with 8 stacks Tail Strike. Right? That's what he's going to be trying to do. M1 Tail Strike with Save. Right? He's going to be running the M1 killer build. So, again, why give up Bloodlust for some useless trash like this? Save is what's helping you here, not Rapid Brutality. And then I heard, well, if you run it with a Forced Hesitation, bro, it will be good. Forced Hesitation, bro. Like, are we at the point where 10 seconds of fucking haste is the point where people are seriously talking about how good this is as killer? You get haste, 5% haste for 10 seconds, and people are screaming broke. Hey, you want haste? I got a perk for you. It's called Play With Your Food. Run that. You can get 15% haste. Much better than this shit. But it's like, here's the thing. If you were to give this perk 30 seconds, 25 seconds, maybe even 20 seconds, a character like Doctor or maybe Demo or somebody, like, they might want it over like a Play With Your Food because they'll be a consistent stack. Right? The potential here of this perk is a consistent Play With Your Food stack. One stack. You can consistently chase a survivor at 1 stack of play after a basic attack. That's the candy here. But the problem is that duration is straight trash. If they were to buff the duration to 30, 25, maybe even 20 seconds, this might be worth experimenting with. In this current form, don't lie to yourselves. This is fucking terrible. This is fucking garbage. It doesn't do anything. It's garbage. It's trash. And then, of course, it's like, after it's time to hook, you especially don't get any value, unless you're slugging. But again, it's like, oh, run Jolt with it, bro. Well, it's Jolt. any perk you could run with this, it doesn't, it's not a good perk. It just accentuates the positive qualities of other perks, okay? But it's like those perks that it's accentuating don't need its help. That's the thing. It's like you walking up to the fucking steroid guy at the gym that's been there for fucking 5 years and asking him if he wants a spot. That's what this is doing. No, the guy doesn't want a spot, you asshole. His muscles are as big as your head. He doesn't need a spot. That's what Rapid Brutality is. Rapid Brutality is coming in spotting Save the Best for Last. And Save the Best for Last being here like, what the fuck are you doing here? You just got to the show. I've been running this game since 2021. And most people even argue that Save's been running the game longer than that. Save's been running the show way longer. You fucking need to wait your turn, asshole. But again, we'll see if they buff it. I hope that they do. Because this number could be more useful if they just buffed it. So keep an eye on it. But again, this perk is very much annoying me right now. Because people are saying, oh, it's fucking Toads is fucking annoying me in my Discord server. Oh, this is so good with Save, bro. This is so good. Fucker calls Save trash. Calls it a bad perk. He goes, oh, I play Spirit. I definitely know the game better than you. Yeah. So, yeah. Sure, dude. But anyway, Toads be saying, oh, Save is bad, but this makes Save worth it. Save gets you, it's Save being good. AQ and I fucking laughed at his ass today. Broke it. It's stupid. Stupid shit, bro. Garbage. Garbage. This perk isn't good right now. Buff it. Last perk, Alien Instinct. Worst perk, easily. Activates when you hook a survivor. See the aura of the furthest injured survivor for 5 seconds. Survivor comes oblivious for 20 seconds. Horrible. Just fucking garbage. Run barbecue and chili. I don't know what to tell you. Terrible. Then why would you want one aura reveal on a hook? How about just fucking get organic pressure and then run barbecue if you really want this? It doesn't do anything. It's a perk that is literally power crept upon existing. It's power crept upon coming into the game. It's terrible. Why do perks like this still get made? Fucking garbage. It's 2023. Barbecue and chili was like one of the most used perks in the game at one point. How are you getting subpar barbecue knockoffs in 2023? Fucking garbage. It's fucking terrible, dude. What should it do? After you hook a survivor, I don't fucking know. I wouldn't have even made a perk like this. That's the problem with how to buff it. The buff is called barbecue and chili. That's the buff. But I guess if you really want a fucking aura reveal off a hook, it should definitely be somebody that's on a gen. Like that, it's somebody. That's what it should be. Somebody that's on like a gen. Maybe fucking, I don't know. That's pain rezo. See, the problem is the game's hitting its ceiling. People don't want to talk about this yet, but the game's hitting its ceiling. It's hard to design perks anymore because almost everything's in the game. I tried to, like, mockingly design bad perks last night. Half the shit I designed was already in the game. It was terrible. So those are the perks for the killer. Awful. Now let's go into his fucking add-ons, okay? Ripley's Watch. When a turret removes runner mode, it's destroyed automatically. I mean, maybe. It depends. Again, it depends on how bad the turrets are. But it's like, it's like you can outplay the turrets at a range. So I think 9 times out of 10, I think you just want to be hitting the turrets with your tail and breaking them. Like, I don't think you want an add-on to destroy the turrets. I think it's a wasted slot. So I think it's trash. Ovomorph. The cooldown of the runner mode is 25% faster while outside of tunnels. Keep an eye on that one. Might be good, might not be, but keep an eye on it. It's worth noting. Drinking Bird. After exiting a tunnel, Killer Instinct duration's increased by 2 seconds. Killer Instinct, the Killer Instinct duration on the character is actually kind of weak. That being said, I don't think you're going to want to add on to it anyway, so I don't think this is going to be good. But again, it's sadly one of his better options. Cereal Rations. Turret auras are visible while in tunnels when coming out of tunnels for 3 seconds. I actually kind of like this one because I think you want to blow up turrets in a 1v4 situation. Like, I think you want to be blowing up turrets outside of chase. An add-on that can fucking figure out where they are to fucking hit them might be okay. But again, it might not be. Let's see what develops. Light 1. Increasing downtime of turrets by 1 second in trash. Decreases flame distance of turrets by 2 meters. Maybe. But I still think at max range you can still... Good tails can still outplay it. So I don't think you need this. Emergency helmet increases resistance to staggering by turrets. Maybe. Keep an eye on that one. Depends on how bad the stagger is. Crew headset. While in tunnels, footstep detections increase by 6 meters. Maybe. If you can get some detection, that really can help you. But that being said, footstep detection, I'm iffy on that if you want that or not. Turrets take longer to respawn after they're destroyed. Trash. I think it's trash. It might be okay. Again, if the turrets are busted, then maybe. Parker's headband. After exiting a tunnel, 5% haste. Trash. It's just for 3 seconds, so trash. Survivors hit by tail attack suffer from hemorrhage. Hemorrhage by itself isn't really worth it. After deploying a turret, the deploying survivor suffers hindered and exhausted for 3 seconds. Trash. They're going to be mostly deploying turrets away from you, so that's not going to do anything for you. They're still getting their made for this, buddy. Don't get excited. Kane's helmet, increased tail attack inflicted with mangled. So if you run Kane's with fucking multi-purpose hatchet, you get Sloppy Butcher on your tail. Maybe, is all I got to say about that. That might be one of the better combos. Brett's cap, blindness, trash. Don't even need to read it anymore. Semiotic keyboard. Generators within 16 meters of a turret have intensity of their auras determined that by their repair regression. Possibly. But this also means you want to be leaving turrets in the game, which probably isn't too good. But at the same time, the fact that it got you the information might be enough for it. So, possibly test it and see if it's good. It might be, might not be. But, again, it's a lot of might be, might not be right now. But that one seems pretty okay to me if you can play it right. Self-destruct bolt increases vault speed by 30% while in runner mode. This is probably his best add-on. Getting 30% increase to your vault speed means you can shut down some loops and hit more tails. So, I think self-destruct bolt is probably his best add-on. Harpoon gun, exiting a tunnel and hitting a survivor within 10 seconds. Trash. That's not happening. Like, in the pre-drop meta, it's not happening. But I guess, I mean, if you get it, you do get all within survivors that are further than 24 meters to scream and reveal their location. So if you do get it, it could help the 1v4 game. But, I mean, it could help you, like, get a jolt play or, like, figure out where to go after you slug to get a guy off a gen or something. You could do with it, but the activation condition's rough. Cat carrier exiting runner mode due to a turret attack. Trash. Don't even care what it says. Trash. I mean, I guess, to be fair, it's undetectable for 20 seconds, but I don't know. I don't think you want to be exiting tail mode. Sorry. Improvised cattle prod. Each time generators can trash. I don't need to read anything else. When exiting a tunnel in runner mode, any survivor who stuns you with a pallet in the next 20 seconds takes damage. It's 20 seconds. That's really stingy. I wish it was more like I wish it was just the next survivor that stuns you with a pallet. That's what it should be. It should just be after exiting a tunnel, the next survivor that stuns you, but then give it a cooldown of 30 seconds. They don't give add-ons cooldowns enough. I don't like Nurse has one. They need to give more add-ons cooldowns and better effects. So there you go. Whole lot of garbage there. Best add-on is definitely the fucking self-destruct bolt to get 30% vault speed. You could stack that with Bamboozle and get like 45% extra vault speed if you want to run Bamboozle with oversave on him because you think you're going to get more M2 hits. So that's definitely an option that he has. So there you go on that. Let's get to the survivors nonsense because they have nonsense here. Fucking Ripley's the survivor. Good choice. There wasn't anything else to pick from. So here are the perks. Let's get them done. Lucky Star. When you hide in a locker, this perk activates. You leave no pools and blood, make no grunts for 10 seconds. When you exit the locker, you see other survivors in the closest gen's aura in yellow for 10 seconds. This perk then goes on cooldown for 30 seconds. So basically, you jump in a locker, your grunts of pain and pools of blood are nullified. And then when you exit the locker, you get a fucking gen aura reveal and then the other survivors. Kind of a throwaway, but I mean, there's perks that just quick and quiet is better, and then there's just being a Swift. You don't need this shit. Chemical Trap. Here we go. After completing a generator, 50% progress, this perk activates. While standing next to a drop pallet, press the active ability button to install a trap, which stays active for 120 seconds. The order of all trap pallets are revealed in yellow to all survivors. When the killer performs the break action on the trap pallet, the pallet trap explodes and they're slow by 50% for 4 seconds. It's Blast Mine, but without the autism. That's what this is. It's Blast Mine, but without the autism, because this is actually usable. This is actually usable. This is actually kite. This is actually for kiting. It probably takes just I don't know. It depends on how long it takes to install the trap. But it's like, bro, this puts killers in lose-lose situations against Swift, because if you decide, well, I'm just not going to kick the pallet, then Swift can run over with any means necessary and pick the pallet back up. So, like, key pallets, you have to just kick his killer. You have to just get rid of them. Like, what are you going to do? Not kick Shack pallet? Yeah, right. Then they can loop you there forever. So, like, there's so many pallets on the map that you have to kick, or they just loop you there forever. Now, I'm hoping that they just won't have a window to fucking put a trap on it mid-chase, but that means they just set their chases up, which means the more pallets that you break, the more pallets you leave up, the more you'll get hit by a trap. So, I mean, you don't want to get hit by a trap here. If you get hit by a trap, the chase is over. Slow by fit. If you get hit by a trap, you are moving at what, 65% for 4 seconds. The chase is over. As soon as that happens to you, the chase is over. Like, against any good player, that chase is over. They just escaped you. You can hold them, but even if you still have direct line of sight over him, all they gotta do is fucking hold W on your ass. The chase is over. You're gonna lose 2 gens if you go after that guy now. And then every survivor can get it. So there can be like 4 pallets on the map at the time trapped with this fucking shit. Trash. Like, it's actually fucking usable. So, but again, you have control over it, because if you just fucking break the pallet. But it also says the killer has to perform the break pallet action. So maybe like alternative ways of breaking pallets won't set the traps off. I think I'm just fucking wishful thinking here, but trash. Light-footed, when you are healthy, the perk activates. Your running footsteps are silent. Fuck you, Spirit. This perk goes on cooldown for 20 seconds after doing a rushed action. It's not that great. I read it again. It's not that great. It cancels on a rushed action, and you have to be healthy. So the activation is kind of stingy, just for that effect. You could counter with Freddy's fucking add-on in the dream world. The jump rope. Or is it the other one? Is it the yellow one? It might be the yellow one. Trash. And then last couple things, some killer add-on adjustments, some buffs and nerfs here. Knight got a few things. Nothing that you're going to use, because he has to use Map of the Realm and Call to Arms every time, so nothing you're going to use there. Demogorgon actually got a significant nerf, so this is overall a nerf for Demo. For his power did get a base buff, though, where you can his teleport lasts 5 seconds. The undetectable after teleport lasts 5 seconds up from 3. So that's a base buff. There you go. But the big nerf here was the big nerf here is that Lepros Lycan is not going to reveal all survivors across the whole map anymore. It's only going to reveal survivors within 60 meters of an active portal now. So it's kind of bad now. So that add-on had its time in the sun, and now it's pretty much dead. So there you go. That's the chapter. I don't like it. It's so bland. It's just so bland. I mean, Alien's not horrible. I must stress he's not horrible. He's not the worst thing in the game. It's just when we call it trash and laugh at it, it's just because this could have been so much better. This could have been so much fucking better. They took something cool and killed it. They turned it into generic fucking garbage. The animations look bad. The Mori looks pretty garbage. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of just I think they were too fucking, the graphics engine, they did not do the close-ups very well. The Mori looks like shit. And the killer's animation, specifically when watching the Mori as a different survivor, looks really bad. If you watch the Mori happen as a different survivor, like while the zoom in is happening, the alien's entire body is standing still. It looks like shit. It really looks like fucking garbage. So, very disappointed with the chapter. I don't know what I was expecting. And I was really hoping they would actually break their mold here, do something cool. But, you know, this is behavior. Failure of a company. Jeff and Olmo fucking suck. So, I don't know what y'all expecting. Alright, that's all I gotta say on this crap. I'm getting the hell out of here. GG's.